In the U.S., protesters gathered outside the White House today to voice their opposition to a proposed military strike on Syria. In the Oval Office, President Barack Obama was hitting the phones, trying to convince wary members of Congress to back armed intervention. And as he did so, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry was pressing the case in Europe. Nala Ayed is tracking developments from Beirut. Nala?
Kim, the European Union says it believes the Syrian regime was probably behind last month's presumed chemical attack. But it says it's not keen on punishing Syria quite yet. While President Barack Obama does the selling at home, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry was in Lithuania to keep selling leaders abroad on the idea of punishing Syria.
As extremists grow in their power, which will happen if we don't take action, we will have licensed Hezbollah, Iran, and Assad to do what they want to the people of Syria.
Despite his efforts, in a statement, the EU said it would not support a strike against Damascus until UN chemical weapons inspectors who visited Syria submit their report. The most problematic part of this for Washington is that France, the one country that's been like-minded in terms of striking Syria, has now softened its stance. President Francois Hollande says he too wants to wait until the UN inspectors report before joining armed intervention. The U.S. has said repeatedly the UN report is moot because it will only address whether there was a chemical attack, but not who was responsible. Kerry apparently said again today the U.S. would not wait. Still, it has to be difficult for the U.S. administration to face more discord over its plans, a day after leaders of the G20 failed to agree on military intervention and just ahead of a debate in Congress on whether to go ahead. For Obama, Congress is one hurdle. Another is having to go it alone. If he does decide to wait for broader international support, it will likely only be for a few days. The UN inspectors report could be available as early as next weekend. Kim.
All right, thanks so much. Nala Ayed in Beirut.